Alrighty, everybody. So we are here to book WWF on MSG. Apparently, we're in Yankee Stadium again. That is not what I picked. But we have all the same broadcasters as the Royal Rumble. So I am going to go ahead and book WWF on MSG, and I will be right back. I have WWF on MSG all booked up. So let's head in and we are going to get this show rolling. With our opening pre-show match, Big Boss Man defeated Jim Brunzell in 9:59 with the trailer trash. The crowd is expectant and simmering. The wrestling rating got us a 57. The crowd got a 57. And the segment got us a 61. Jim Brunzell had a 52. Big Boss Man had a 62. The commentary quality lifted the match. Slick did good work at ringside, and Big Boss Man and Slick have pretty good chemistry when teaming together. Or pretty good chemistry, so that's actually really good. I kind of wanted to test out Boss Man and Slick. That was a great thing to do. So let's hop in to our opening match of the night. In a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd and subpar wrestling, the Rock and Roll Express defeated the Nasty Boys. And 12-14 with Ricky Morton pinned Jerry Saggs with the double drop kick. The crowd heat is simmering. The wrestling rating is a 50. The crowd got a 47. And the segment got a 57. Ricky Morton had a 56. Robert Gibson had a 52. Jerry Saggs had a 45. Brian Knobbs had a 48. Jerry Saggs debuted his badass gimmick. He got a great. Jerry Saggs was also off his game. Ricky and Robert showed excellent chemistry. They got a tag team specialist bonus. Brian and Jerry showed excellent chemistry. They got a tag team bonus as well. Gorilla and Jesse have pretty good chemistry when calling matches. The commentary quality lifted it. The color commentary gave it a boost, and Robert Gibson is getting better at his gimmick. Jerry Saggs, microphone star quality and penalized for losing to gimmicky or cartoonish gimmicks, so that's not too horrible. So let's head to our next segment here. Honky Tonk Man Jimmy Hart. February the 5th. Hang on a second. There was a lot more there. Oh, no, I guess not. Okay. February 5th, the main event, you'll be defending the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship against Jake the Snake Roberts. Honky, are you at all concerned about the Snake? Concerned? Are you kidding me, baby? Jake the Snake Roberts ain't nothing but a cold-hearted has-been with a snake in a dream. And dreaming won't get you this title, baby. Honky Tonk's the greatest Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of all time. Tell him, Jimmy. Tell him. Let me tell you something, Snake Man. I don't care how spooky you think you are. You can bring your little bag, your little pet, your little mind games. But when you step into the ring with the Honky Tonk Man, all you're gonna get is a whole lot of shake, rattle, and roll, and a whole lot of disappointment. Oh yeah, baby. He's gonna drop you like a bad habit and leave you slithering back to your hole with your tail tucked between your legs. You want this title, Jake? You better stick to charm school, 'cause class is in session, and I'm the king of cool, daddy. You ain't taking nothing from me but a beatin', and this title stays right here where it belongs, around the waist of the Honky Tonk Man. Jake Roberts, you'll never be Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, baby. Never. Tell him, Honky, I'm the greatest of all time. And come February 5th, I'm going to prove it again. Thank you very much. So the crowd is hot and rising. The segment got a 73. The Snake in the Grass advanced. Jimmy Hart clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and performed well, and the angle got the crowd hotter. So let's head to our next match. Yeah. In a wild brawl that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Stan Hansen defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in 11:52 by pinfall with his lariat. The crowd heat is hot. The wrestling rating got a 75. The crowd rating got a 53. And the segment got an 81. Bam Bam had an in-ring performance of 71. Stan Hansen had a 79. And it advanced the Cowboy and the Dragon storyline. So let's head to our next segment. Jimmy Hart, you and the Hart Foundation came up short at the Royal Rumble in your attempt to reclaim the WWF Tag Team Championship. What's next for you and your men? Oh, come on, baby. You think one loss is going to stop us? You think this is the end of the Hart Foundation? Oh, no. This is just a little detour, Gene, baby. Brett, Anvil, they're still the best tag team in the WWF today, and everybody knows it. That's right, baby. We're not done. Not by a long shot. You see, the road back to the gold starts now, and the first pit stop is going to be at the main event, February 5th, baby. And who's going to be standing across the ring but the Rougeau brothers? The Rougeau brothers? They've been trying to play cute and flashy, trying to sneak their way up the ladder. Well, guess what? We're going to slam that ladder right down on them, one rung at a time. Yeah, the Hart Foundation is going to teach a lesson in pain, baby. This ain't about waving flags or flashing smiles. This is about getting back in the title hunt, and once we run through the Rougeaus, every team in the WWF better open their eyes, because Brett and Anvil are coming full speed ahead. And when we're done, whoever's got the belts better keep them warm. We're taking them back real soon. So the crowd heat is white hot. The segment got a 78, and the Foundation crack storyline went well. Jimmy Hart clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script, and Jim Neidhart had enjoyed the freedom to go off script, and the angle got the crowd hotter as well. So let's head to the next match. In a good match, Paul Orndorff and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat defeated Adrian Adonis and Butch Reed in 1811 when Paul Orndorff pinned Adrian Adonis with a spike pile driver. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 79. The crowd rating got a 76. The segment got us an 87. Ricky Steamboat had an 80. Paul Orndorff had an 80. Butch Reed had a 76. Adrian Adonis had a 78. The Cowboy and the Dragon storyline advanced. Adrian and Butch Reed showed excellent chemistry teaming together, so that is really great. Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura have pretty good chemistry when calling matches, and Butch Reed and the Slick have good chemistry as well. So that's not bad. So let's head off to our next segment. Ladies and gentlemen, man, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing by with Bobby the Brain Heenan and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And it sounds like a very lucrative deal has just gone down. Lucrative, Gene? It was historic because I, Ted DiBiase, the man with all the power, all the influence, and all the money, just made the biggest acquisition in the WWF history. That's right. I've officially purchased the contract of the most dominant force the WWF has ever seen. Andre the Giant. You what? You bought the contract of Andre the Giant from Bobby Heenan? That's right, Okerlund. You think a brain like mine doesn't know how to do business? Let me tell you something. Andre has already proven he could beat Hulk Hogan. He doesn't need a manager. He needs a backer. Somebody with resources. And I know a good investment when I see one. And Bobby Heenan made the smartest move of his life because now Andre fights for me when I want, how I want. And Hogan, when Andre steps into that ring, he's not just wrestling a giant, he's wrestling my fortune. And don't worry, Gene, I got very well compensated. Let's just say the Heenan family's future is looking golden. Money talks, Okerlund. And Hogan, You better listen, because Andre the Giant now works for the $1 Million Man. And with him on my payroll, that WWF Championship is as good as mine. Tell him, Teddy, everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. So the crowd heat is very hot. The segment got us an 86. The $1 Million Coop storyline has now advanced. Let's head to our next match. In a decent match, Tatsumi Fujinami defeated Greg the Hammer Valentine in 10:05 by pinfall with a Dragon Suplex. The crowd heat is very hot. The segment got us a 65. The crowd rating got a 55. The segment rating got us a 75. Tatsumi Fujinami had a 71. Greg Valentine had a 59. Jamie Hart did good work at ringside. And Jamie Hart and Greg Valentine have pretty good chemistry. So that's really great. So let's head to the next segment here. Oh, better color commentary, my butt. Hulk Hogan, tonight is the night. One-on-one with the 450-pound King Kong Bundy. The world is watching. How are you feeling, champ? Feeling. I'll tell you how I'm feeling, Mean Gene. I've been feeling the pressure of that avalanche-sized man breathing down my neck for weeks, dude. King Kong Bundy has tried to squash every Hulkamaniac's hopes. But guess what, brother? Tonight, it ain't about size, it's about heart. But Bundy's been unstoppable, Hulk. 50 pounds. That massive splash. You think I don't know that, Gene? You think I forgot WrestleMania 2, brother? I still feel that cage door slamming. But this time it's different. This time Bundy's stepping into the ring with the strongest arms in the world and the full power of Hulkamania, brother. Bundy, you may be big, you may be bad, but you ain't got the will of the Hulkamaniacs behind you. You ain't got millions of little Hulksters saying their prayers and eating their vitamins. And tonight, when that bell rings, I'm bringing the fight to you like never before, dude. So what you gonna do, King Kong Bundy, when the power of Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you? So the crowd heat is very hot. The segment got us a 92. The $1 Million Coop storyline automatically advanced. Hulk Hogan invented a new catchphrase that would likely boost his ability on the microphone as a go-to line. The performance of Hulk Hogan stood out. Hogan clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script, and it deserved better color commentary, which is ridiculous because I'm like 100% sure that Bobby has like an 85 or something like that. So I don't know how much better you can possibly get. So let's hop to our main event. That was kind of sucked. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Hulk Hogan defeated King Kong Bundy in 9:35 by pinfall with a big boot. Hogan makes defense number 17 of the WWF World Heavyweight title. The crowd heat is very hot. The wrestling rating got a 71. The crowd got an 84. We ended up with an 86 or a 76. Hogan got an 82. Bundy got a 59. And the $1 Million Coop advanced. Gene Okerlund and Jesse Ventura have pretty good chemistry when calling matches together, and Bobby Heenan did good work at ringside, so I don't know why Bundy isn't in the Heenan family then. But let's finish up the show. Let's see how we finished off. And we got an 81, that's not bad, and the show increased our popularity in 9 regions, so that's good. After our slow start with the Rock and Roll Express and Nasty Boys, we picked the heat up and we went right along there. So let's finish the show. I'm just gonna skip all that. And we made, holy crap, we made $2.5 million off of this. That is just ridiculous. We'll check the popularity. We gained everything in Canada, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii. We went up in the Mid-South again. Wow. And I'm going to skip the media scrum because we just did one the night before, so we don't need a second one. Okay, so that is everything for this episode. I will see everybody in the next one.